Hey guys, it's Calysta here with a Pirates of the Caribbean Tides of War video. This video is going to focus on guild management. So I'm going to show you guys my guild page. So I am an R5 as I've mentioned in other videos, and my alliance is called Nerf This. If you guys have watched other videos of mine, you will know why I named it that. I don't know if everybody knows, but some of you might. And we are 34 out of 50, so the alliance is not full. And the reason for that is I have been going through some serious kicking. So you're going to notice if you look at my alliance members, I'm the R5. I have 6 R4s, then my R3s, my R2s. I don't have any R1s because they've all been removed from the guild. I basically made my R1s my inactive players. Now, inactive players in this game is a big liability, as it is in any game, but even more so here. And the reason for that is the way that the alliances work and the way that the setups work, right? So if this is my alliance within that territory that is demarcated in blue, then it is not to my benefit to have a ton of islands in there unshielded, which is what an inactive player is going to do, because when the bigger players are kind of scouting and checking out different areas of the map to port to, they're going to come here because there's going to be, let's say, 15 players that are unshielded that are probably making resources, right? That might have troops out. So it's important to make sure that you have active members. And I am willing to give up on might to make sure that I have active members that are not going to basically act as farms. Acting as a farm is like not allowed here. Like that is not cool. It does not happen. I am not all right with that. I will kick you for that, basically. All right, so a couple of things that I wanted to mention that are different here than they are in other games that are like this. The first one is the alliance buildings, and this to me was the most interesting part about managing the alliance, that I was just like, whoa, we have alliance buildings, cool. The first one is the Alliance Fortress. Let me show you what that looks like. So the Alliance Fortress is down here in the middle of the Alliance. You can see that I have constructed a wall around my Alliance Fortress because PvP weekend is coming. And when that comes, there is nothing but attacking, and destroying your Alliance Fortress is something that some of the bigger players enjoy doing. So building a wall is not going to stop that because you can get through the wall, like if you attack it, but it can slow it down. And it'll give time for like the leaders to pick up the buildings if they have to. Now, what does the Alliance Fortress do? So the first thing that it does, and the most obvious thing that it does, is it demarcates on the ocean kind of what your territory looks like, right? So you can see here, this is the territory. Now, why is this helpful? If an invader ports into my territory, they are not allowed to shield because it is my territory. That is huge in this game, because in this game, you can shield at any time almost. Like you're getting hit and you just hit someone, you can still shield, right? So being in my territory, not being allowed to shield is actually a really good thing. Then the second thing that is very important are the alliance skills. So there are a set of skills and buffs that you can basically add on for your alliance that are managed out of the buildings, namely the fortress and the buoys, right? So the first one is going to be Sea God's Blessing. So what does that do? That basically is going to generate a peace shield. So once I click this, I can basically make everybody in my territory shielded. That's the upside. The downside is, even if it's maxed out from a research perspective, and I'll show you guys what alliance research looks like, it only lasts 7 minutes, right? So it's enough for people to get online if they got their notifications. So you have to be smart about when you put this. Like if they're scouting you guys and somebody's using an assault ticket, which is only 30 minutes, you might want to wait so that people can be shielded for the longest amount of time while that invader is there. The next thing is Burning Cannonball. So again, very defensive in nature. This is going to increase the alliance ship firepower by 5%, 7%, or 10%, depending on how far your research is, and it lasts 30 minutes. The next one is Armor Plating. When we were being hit nonstop, right, this is going to improve your repair durability of your alliance building. So things like the fortress, etc., by 50, 60, or 70%. Then there's a bunch of stuff that is more I don't know what the word is, more like administrative, right? So it's going to be more like hunting prep. It makes you hunt faster. Trade prep, when you're trading, it makes your boats go faster. When you're collecting, it makes you collect faster. So those types of things, right? And that you can manage here. And the people that are impacted are obviously people that are within your alliance territory. And then there's also Mermaid Island Conquest. I'm going to make a special video on this one. I'm hoping we can beat it the next time we go for it. This basically summons a special mermaid that is incredibly powerful, that is going to take your entire alliance to kill. So we're waiting to get a couple of more members kind of buffed up and with a better ships so we can have a chance of attacking it. We attacked it, I want to say maybe like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and we got it to 50% health, which isn't bad. The guild came through like en masse. I feel like we would do so much better now, but I want to be sure that we kill it because it actually does quite a bit of damage and you get a ton wounded, right? Which then makes you need resources. So that's kind of what the skills do. Now, in terms of the other buildings that are important to mention, let me go in here. The depot is a good one. So what does the depot do? The depot is basically like a bank. So you can set up depots throughout your territory and people can store their resources in there. Now, why is that important? Well, if your shield drops, right, and you get scouted, this helps protect your resources in a big way. So that's really the point of a depot, is really to protect your resources. There is research that can improve the amount of resources that you can hold, as well as the amount of depots that you can place down in your territory. And right now we have 3 available to us, and you can max out at 5. There's something called Alliance Cannon Towers. These are towers that you basically place down in your territory. Let me show you guys the depot and the cannon. So we have our depots right here. You can see that's 1. This is 2. And we have the 3rd one, I want to say, somewhere around here. Here. And my cannon is right here. And you can see when I click it, you can kind of see like the area that's in green. That's the range of it, right? Like that's kind of like where it will shoot. And when a set of ships is passing by that green area, you basically get prompted by the tower. There's like a button that you press and it will actually attack those ships as they're coming into your territory. So that is actually pretty cool. Let's look at the other buildings. Anything else that I wanted to mention to you guys? Mentioned to you guys already, Alliance walls. These are the walls I basically constructed around my fortress. They can be still be broken down and destroyed, but they are helpful because they do slow down an incoming attack. And you can, when you have this research kind of unlocked all the way, you can try to build a wall around your fortress to further protect yourself. Now, another thing that I thought was pretty cool is the alliance research. So there is research that your entire alliance can help unlock. And this research is divided in 4 key sections. The first one is pirates, then ships, alliance, and economy. I'll talk about the alliance research because I think that's the most interesting one. The other ones are pretty self-explanatory. But the alliance research is really where you can try to expand your territory, where you can try to make sure that you can expand the number of constructible alliance walls. That would be here. Your depot expansion, right? You can kind of see it increases your max resource capacity. So there's a ton. And let's say that right now we're working on wall expansion. My alliance members are basically able to contribute and donate, just like I'm doing right now. And they can contribute the food, the wood, and the silver to unlock this research. So it is such a team effort, right? To be able to get a lot of this stuff done and upgraded. We also have alliance skills. You can see this is where we unlock those initial skills that you see in the fortress. So think of it this way. The skills are going to unlock the things that I can pick, and then the research is going to dictate how strong those things that I can pick are. Hopefully that helps, and it makes it easy to understand. Those are kind of like the big things. Then there's always, you know, the helps that you can give people. A really cool thing is the alliance check-in, so you can request your members to check in, and depending on how many of them check in, you get some pretty cool rewards. And checking in is super easy. You just kind of get on the game and press check-in, and then boom, in your inbox you get a number of rewards depending on how many people checked in. So again, pretty cool stuff. I would say I'm going to be covering a ton of different content on this game. If you guys are playing it, let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are below. If you have any questions or additional topics that you want me to cover, always appreciate those too. And as usual, thank you for watching.